Seattle's contribution to popular music is undisputed. You know the names, from Hendrix to Hart, Pearl Jam, Macklemore, and many, many more in between. In this series, we're going to examine Seattle's music community, in depth with unique performances, with interviews, and much, much more. We're also going to find out what makes Seattle, Seattle, and what makes this city on the shores of the Puget Sound one of the best places on the planet for music. Welcome to Sounds by the Sound.
Let's rock and roll.
Welcome to another episode of Sounds by the Sound. My name is Andy Harms, and I think it's safe to say that every town has its own special burger place, and without question, Dick's Drive-In Restaurant is Seattle's burger place. It's popped up all sorts of places in Seattle's music community as well, probably most notably recently in Macklemore's White Walls video, and it's the perfect place to start our episode that examines the relationship between Seattle's music community and Seattle's restaurant, bar, and coffee community. First, we're going to head to downtown Seattle to a relatively new place called the Carlisle Room. At the Carlisle Room, we're going to meet up with a girl named Maya Manser, who moved to Seattle a couple years ago to pursue her musical career. We'll talk to her about why she made that move, plus see a performance from Maya. We're also going to meet up with a guy named Andrew Friedman at a place that he owns called the Liberty Bar here on Capitol Hill. Andrew actually owns a couple of places in and around Seattle, and over the years has been active in the music community. He's got a unique perspective on the marriage between the two and how one can't really exist without the other. But first, we're gonna head right down the street to Cafe Vito, which is not just a coffee shop, but it's a roasting room. It's a place where bands practice and play and hang out. We're actually gonna go right now to the roasting room to see one of the most exciting new bands in Seattle. They're called Everso Android, who have been making music here for the last couple of years, released their first full-length record in 2015, and this performance is absolutely incredible. It's Everso Android on Sounds by the Sound.
We're Everso Android, and this is called Leash.
Watch me take flight until we all realize I'm forest. This leash will let me. Give me all your freedom. Give me all your time. Take away all your issues while making it out. Give me all your freedom. Give me all your time. Take away all your issues while making it out. I don't want to be. I like to die. I don't want to own every night. I don't want to own no current anymore. I don't want to see what's looking at me. Oh, what you gonna give me? All these years I lost to this king. Say some more. From bite my tongue. Take my teeth from underneath and watch me bleed. I keep hearing how much I miss you. Give me all your freedom. Give me all your time. Take away all your issues. I'm making it up. Give me all your freedom. Give me all your time. Take away all your issues. I'm making it up. Mine. wrap her arms around the slide, call it heaven. Let's wrap her arms around the slide, call it heaven. I don't want to be the bride to that. I don't want to delay the night. I don't want to no care. I don't want to see what's so wicked.
We're in the Bean Room at the Cafe Vita on Seattle's Capitol Hill. It looks like a World War I bunker. These are not filled with sand. These are actually filled with actual coffee beans. And we are here with Drew and Hope. Guys, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Let me tell you what I read about the sound of the band. Karen O dating Nine Inch Nails.
I mean, sure. Yeah, it makes sense. I can see how you get that. I'm kind of bonkers, and we have rock guitars over electronic beats, but honestly, we didn't start with that intention. We came from completely different backgrounds. Like, I only listened to like Erykah Badu and CeeLo Green and Outkast and a lot of hip hop, and he grew up in a super punk. That's what you listen to.
How did you two meet?
I worked at a coffee shop, actually, and he would walk by all the time, and I was just kind of in this dead coffee shop. He walks in with Steph, his wife at the time, and we all just kind of got to talking, and then I remember Drew introduced himself. That was how we met.
What I'm curious about with you guys is how you make that jump from meeting in a coffee shop to
Right.
being in a band together.
I think we were weirdly drawn to each other.
And then we started to hang out, and then one day I was like, well, I wrote this one song.
It was
but,
really good. It was-
But
it's why we
I
started
played him.
with
I played him that
song.
song,
She
and then it all
downplays
kind of started.
One thing we talk about a lot is that all the songs and all the music are just this manifestation of this personal relationship that her and I have, right? You know, I don't mean like an intimate relationship. I just mean that it's just all grown out of that. This like desire to spend time with this other person, and then everything sort of blossomed from that.
When you first started playing shows around town, where would you play?
We were like
Everybody
coffee
else being
shops and
supportive.
open mics and
Right.
Yeah.
restaurants and
Were there any specific restaurants? with that
Shadowland.
theme? Yeah, Shadowland. In West Seattle?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great place.
Yeah.
we
Then we
played
played
there.
this awesome one. Our very first just time playing out ever really was at this place called the Couth Buzzard.
Okay.
It's
And
like
it
the
was the
least
most-
cool.
yeah.
I mean, it's awesome, but it's like the least.
There was a woman who
cool.
tap danced. She would go and she would tap dance every week,
Yeah.
and she'd put on like Simon and Garfunkel, and she'd
Okay.
tap dance to it.
And we're like, we can
We're
follow
like, we
that.
can do
We can
this.
do this. Sure, absolutely.
When it came time to record, where and when did you guys record?
Our album we made at Jupiter. We recorded a full length.
Cool, and that came out this last August, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Who'd you make that record with?
Bill Rieflin.
Wow,
And-
really? For
yeah.
people who don't know Bill, I know Bill. Will you explain Bill and kind of his background? It's an impressive one.
Bill plays with King Crimson right now, but he was the original drummer for Ministry,
And REM he played with.
and he played with
Swan.
REM for 8
Cool.
years, and
And he's a Seattle guy as well.
yeah, lives in West Seattle,
Okay,
He's
cool.
super Seattle.
next to Pearl Jam dude.
Eddie Vedder.
Eddie Vedder.
Oh, yeah.
They're neighbors.
Oh, that guy. So met in a coffee shop, played your first couple of shows in restaurants around town, put out an EP in 2013. The record came out in August. Thanks for being here.
Yeah,
Thanks
thank
for
you.
performing. Absolutely, we're stoked for that. We're at the Cafe Vita. You're watching Sounds by the Sound. Welcome back to Sounds by the Sound. Right now we're going to head to the Carlisle Room in downtown Seattle to introduce you to Maya Manser, who moved to Seattle to attend the Cornish College of the Arts. She also served as a backup singer for Mary Lambert, all while writing and recording her debut EP, which should be out this year. We're going to talk to her about all of those experiences, but not before we see a performance from Maya. We're watching Sounds by the Sound.
I'm Maya Manser, and this song is called Top of My Lungs. Suck on your own thumb. The night is still young.
just leaving me here, crumbled and torn. My heart turned to black, unrested and I cared for it. I'm not looking back. I'm moving on from desire, from love and all its potions, mixed up and lost, stuck in my devotion, working till I turn to blue with all my songs in my mouth, choking on all my words and closing in on all my doubt. I wanna shout at the top of my lungs. I've had enough. I'm getting rough now. I wanna shout at the top of my lungs, the top of my lungs. Oh, I had enough. I'm getting rough right now. Yeah, I'm getting rough right now. I'm getting rough right now. I'm getting rough right now. Oh, yeah. I'm
Sorry, here you go. We are in downtown Seattle at the Carlisle Room, a venue whose name is a tip of the cap to Brandi Carlile, a very talented, very successful singer-songwriter from the Pacific Northwest. We have Maya here. Maya, hello, how are you?
Hi, I'm good.
Can you give us some of the background of you personally kind of living here in the Pacific Northwest?
I moved here 6 years ago to go to Cornish College of the Arts.
Okay.
It's the main art school, really, in Seattle.
Is that like music and painting and sculpture? Is there
Yeah,
anything
it's
specific?
got everything.
How instrumental was it in your coming to Seattle? It sounds like that was one of the main reasons you
It
came.
was absolutely the main reason.
Yeah.
I remember I came up here to do my audition for Cornish, and we were driving up here, and I just it felt so right. I just started crying. I was like, this is it. This is right. So I have to be here. And so I've been here for 6 years.
It has
It's
that
been
effect on
wonderful.
people.
Yeah.
Obviously, you have an incredible talent with both your voice and your songwriting. When did you first realize that music was going to be something special for you?
When I was 6.
Wow, that's early.
Yeah, when I was 6, I started winning talent shows, and I was like, I love this so much. I can't stop.
Well, it sounds like it was never a choice for you then. Like some people choose, I'm gonna go be in a band and I'm gonna do this. And it sounds like it was just something that you were always going to do. Is that true?
Yeah,
Talent,
some might
sure.
call it delusional, but
No,
it's okay.
no, absolutely not.
I'm fine with being delusional.
Hold your head up, safe, head up and let it go. Hold your head up, safe, head up and move slow.
So where are you right now in your music making process?
We are almost finished with the entire EP.
Okay.
We're almost done.
You sang quite a little bit with Mary Lambert, who has had her fair share of success over the last couple of years. How did you meet Mary, and how did you come to perform with her?
So I met her at Cornish.
Okay, great.
I sang for her senior recital, and then
Cool.
because of that, she was like, I want you always to sing with me. And I was like, oh, Mary.
Did she take you out on tour then? You kind of went around the country with
Yeah,
her?
last year we probably went around the country 3 times.
Was there anything when you were out on the road that you were like, gosh, I miss Seattle for this, or I miss being in the Pacific Northwest for that, or this is very uniquely?
So many things.
Like what?
I miss Seattle for its good food everywhere.
Awesome.
There's good food here everywhere.
It really
like,
is.
You can't really go wrong. Thai food.
Thai food, absolutely.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
sushi here I like missed.
So what's your timetable kind of for the future? I know that you said you've been working on this EP.
We're shooting for spring.
Okay, thanks for hanging out with us.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you for performing first and
Yeah.
foremost. It was incredible. We really, really appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
We are
Of
at the
course.
Carlisle Room for Sounds by the Sound, where apparently they have DJs every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Welcome back to Sounds by the Sound. For as long as there have been bands and musicians, there have been bars and restaurants and coffee shops that have supported these bands and musicians. That is absolutely the case here in Seattle. We're gonna meet up with a guy right now named Andrew Friedman, who not only owns a bunch of bars in Seattle, but is also an active participant in the music community. He's gonna give us a unique perspective on how the two interact here in the Pacific Northwest. Here's Andrew on Sounds by the Sound. So Andrew, thanks for taking the time.
Yeah, no, thanks for coming by.
Seattle's very well known for its music community. It's definitely evolved into a food and bar town as well. Can you talk about that evolution and how that's progressed?
In 91, it was still August of 91, still a slightly sleepy town, and then 2 months later, Nevermind came out and everything blew up. So everyone got a job in a restaurant, everyone got a job in a bar, cafe, and people's lives became around where they worked as part of their social life and how it allowed them to have the life of being a musician or artist.
Can you talk about what's specifically unique about Seattle from a food standpoint?
Well, Seattle definitely has been put on the map for food and spirits. We have some of the most interesting and noteworthy restaurants and bars in town because people in Seattle really do go out. We really do spend time, and we run around town, and when something new opens, we celebrate it. And our friends work there, and we really pay attention to good food, good products. But it still is the spot where if you want to make music, if you want to do art, there's plenty of places to work. Capitol Hill really is a space where people kind of find their way back to, where you can just walk outside, and there's things going on, not a lot of new buildings. And it's just, when people come up here, they kind of remember, yeah, this is Seattle.
It's definitely one of the more special parts of what is a very special town. I see the concert posters that you guys have up here, and some of the legendary Seattle names, whether or not it's the Fire Theft, who used to be Sunday Real Estate, or the Gits, who played that benefit show.
That wall is really just a celebration. That was on every pole everywhere you went. And so just over the years, I just pulled them off of different street poles, and I just put them in a box. And when I was moving between art installations here, I remember I had those, and I just stuck them up there. And they're now almost permanent because it really reminds us really who we are. This represents us really well. Whether it's Death Cab for Cutie's show underneath someone else, or it's Stephanie Sargent's homage to her. It just really is a special thing for us.
It's a lot cooler than an Instagram post.
Yeah.
Thanks again, Andrew. Appreciate it so much.
Cheers.
Absolutely. Thanks for watching this episode of Sounds by the Sound. Special thank you to Maya Manser for performing, Andrew Friedman for taking the time to talk to us at his place, the Liberty Bar. Right now, one last performance from Ever So Android from Seattle's Cafe Vita. You can find it on Capitol Hill if you're in Seattle anytime soon. You're watching Sounds by the Sound. Here we go.
We're Ever So Android, and this song's called Moment.